Now, just like me, if you've ever wondered how many mistakes EA have made in this 1 year alone, then, my friend, I've got some fantastic news for you. Do you want to know how many mistakes EA have made? Well, the number is, so far, 124 mistakes. Now, this is not subjective mistakes. These are legitimate mistakes via content they have made throughout the year. If it's FIFA 17 photos being used instead of FIFA 19 ones, if it's nations being incorrect, if it's objectives not being correct, there's a lot of things in this video which we are going to go through one by one. So if you're ready for an absolute beautiful festival of EA fuckery, then you are in the right place. So sit back, go make a nice cup of tea, or you get some water, or whatever the hell you drink, and let's go and get into this absolute state. And by the way, while we go through every single mistake, keep this tweet in mind. EA Corey, 10,000 folks, numerous eyes and approvals for every single process. That's 20,000 eyes. Okay? Keep that in mind for the entire rest of this video. Also, credit to the Reddit user Reddit_123, as the documentation for this entire video is on Reddit. So if you want to go see it, the link is down below in the description, and let's get into it. Dynamic images not showing up on special cards is a regular occurrence. SBCs requiring all goal players when you put in all goal players sometimes says that there's no goal players. For whatever reason, this is a thing. Items regularly showing up like this. Team name _ABBA15 _ I don't even know how this even happens, but it happens quite often. For the screen promotion, in the promo packs, it showed up a photo of FIFA 18 and not FIFA 19. They literally just repeated the same pack from last year and put it in the new game. At the start of FIFA, daily rewards were given out on the web app. However, EA took this away because they thought the rewards were too good and then gave us worse ones in return. EA tweeted out that there was a screen croquet available in SBCs when in fact it actually wasn't, and they had to correct it afterwards. The UCL team of the group stage cards is actually a special card, but if you try and put in a special filter on them for transfer market, they do not show up and they only count as a gold, even when they are a special card. EA releasing the Road to the Final UCL cards. However, in the first loading screen, forgetted to put in the Renato Sanchez, which is also a Road to the Final card. There was a marquee matchup of Czech Republic versus Slovakia, when in FIFA 19 it was Czech Republic versus Slovenia. Basically, EA got Slovakia and Slovenia confused. Prime icon sets got dropped, but EA made the requirements way too cheap, therefore it was very easy to repeat it and make profit. Therefore EA deleted it and made it much more harder to do within the first hour or two. Now, I don't even know where to start with this one. So basically, EA did a Jadon Sancho SBC. However, it was advertised as a right mid card, but in the game it was actually left mid. And also there was a brick slot for Jadon Sancho, which is English, but the actual slot itself was German. They messed up so many times with this. I hope whoever made this SBC is no longer in a job, because this is way too stupid. Division Rivals Awards for Division 2 was in fact worse than Division 5's Rank 2's awards as well, because that's just how EA rolls. The Champions League Road to Final cards was all updated. However, they completely forgot to change Renato Sanchez's card as well, despite him being 84 in game. God damn it, they do not like Renato Sanchez. EA tweeting out new Europa League cards, but forgetting Kondogbia Mateu, so they had to do another tweet afterwards. This one's really weird. Basically, for FUT Champions Awards, for some reason this went unexplained, but people receive like 7 coins instead of like the typical 50,000 or 70 odd thousand or whatever. Some people just got a different random amount of coins, and there was no reason for why this even happened in the first place. There was a brand new in from Ericsson, however EA got the stats wrong and had to change it afterwards. The Ultra SBC requires a left mid and a right mid, even though there's no left mids or left wingers or right wingers, or basically no wide players play for Ultra, even though you need them for the SBC, making the SBC so much more expensive than it should be. The Future Stars Tombele SBC saying that you need French players, even though the French SBC actually has a Dutch flag next to it. The card of from Summer says it's got 88 reflexes, however in game it says he's got 87 instead. In the official Team of the Week tweet, EA said that Cook has got a 74 rated inform, however in game he's got a 75 rated. In a multi matchup SBC, EA made it so that you can only have 3 Mexican players, even though the entire point of the SBC was for Mexicans. People think that they put Mats instead of Min. Flashback SBC Wayne Rooney only having 74 stamina, when he was well known in his prime for being one of the most hard-working strikers in English football. And this is a common theme for most flashback cards. Promes received a man of the match card for Spartak Moscow, even though he literally was playing for Sevilla at the time, and in fact got the game and a man of the match for Sevilla, in which they rectified it afterwards. For a multi matchup, EA put put in the wrong badge for Milan, for instead of AC Milan they put in Inter Milan. Now that is one way to piss off the entirety of Italy. Zuba was given a German left back foot stop card even though the fact he is actually Swiss. Just like UCL team group stages, headliner cards do not show up on a special and only show up as a gold filter even though they are literally special cards. Icon Bucciagano SBC had 22 days available on it at the start even though it should have had 30. EA tried to reward people with packs for how long they play the game even though to get the biggest pack you literally had to play the game each day since before the EA access, which isn't really possible. So they removed it and give us back some more realistic requirements. In the Bundesliga Player of the Month, EA put Galligari as German in the voting system even though he's actually Italian. There was a brand new February foot swap SBC even though it said that at the top that it was actually for January, which is not the case unless you're a time traveler. In a tweet for brand new end era cards, EA actually messed up the Photoshop and edited it so poorly that you can literally see the flashback card behind it. In the Marcus Rashford Player of the Month SBC, they forgot to change the Van Dijk one and it actually left Van Dijk's name in the Rashford SBC. EA messing up Summer's ratings again. After being updated, Skriniar's League SBC card still said it was an 87 even though online it said it was an 88. Chesney had a max price range of 10k even though literally every single 86 card had about 24k as a current price. So it was completely gone off the market for a good few weeks. A brand new Europa League Falcao was released even though that in the Twitter photo it said it was a UCL Moments, which of course means for the Champions League even though it was a Europa League card. In a weekly objective it said that you need to win while assisting with a player. However, really you just need to assist with him and not even win the game. In fact, change this even though no one asked him to still. For some people at times of the year, people cannot literally qualify for Weekend League because it just doesn't show up for them. I mean, I'm sure this is quite obvious, but like that's not Falcao EA. Another informal error in which they changed the player stats afterwards. As an SBC, apparently Seedorf was released for a limited time even though the SBC was available for the entire game. Declan Rice had an English flag even though it says Ireland. Cher had Morocco even though it says Belgium. Baptiste had a Grenada flag even though it says England. Purple shows Spanish but it actually says Dominican Republic. Obiang shows an Equatorial Guinea flag even though it says Spain. And Kondogbi says that he's French but he actually is from the Central African Republic now. Also for one to watch in winter, Balotelli shows his French flag on his card even though we all know that he's in fact Italian. A lot of mistakes here guys. EA's Instagram saying that you can vote for Road to the Final Nzonzi even though he literally does not have a Road to the Final card. Funnily enough, on the EA website, they put in Patrick Vieira's info for Thierry Henry instead. There was a tweet about the brand new one to refresh, one to watches, even though they completely missed out Juvinkos and Budaboos, which were also one to watch, one to refresh cards. For the Icon SBC, you cannot put in Icon Moments cards. This got recognized and got changed afterwards. Laporte and Sterling both had upgraded cards when it comes to their base, but they both had informed cards out. However, some people still managed to pack their normal base card and not their informed. EA tweeted a photo of David Luiz flashback card stats, even though in-game it was completely different. Player of the Month Royce originally had 90 plus stamina when he first got released. However, it got lowered down to 85 midway through for no reason. Special cards have tendencies to change to a random black concept style, even though they literally own the card. Team of the group stage Neymar in fact had a max price of 0, therefore you cannot list him in the market. In foot swaps, there was an informed Hulk, when in fact it said that it was a one to watch. In another community rewards, EA gave out extra cards for no reason and no one knew why. EA tweeting out the stats for Brandon Cannavaro, even though the stats in game is completely different. In the loading menu, it showed up at 91 Modric, even though his actual inform was 92. When Man of the Match Delete was released, people still in fact packed a normal Delete card, in which if you did pack one, you received a brand new Man of the Match Delete afterwards. On Facebook, for some reason, EA put that the Bundesliga Player of the Month cards are in fact purple when they've always been red. Plus also this insane photo, Orban is put down as a German card, even though he has and has always been Hungarian. For the Cannavaro SBC, EA put Alejandro Gomez playing for Atlanta United, even though he plays for Atalanta. I mean, I guess it's easy to get, that confused. Sounds similar, right? Also, for the Argentine part of Carnival, it showed up that it was for German national team, even though it was for Argentina. This one is genuinely hilarious, and basically, Bernardo got a Hero Striker UCL card, even though he played left winger game due to heat maps, and funnily enough, an actual EA live content producer said in a very patronizing way as a response to that tweet, saying that because he plays striker, even though to the tweet he literally was replying back to, it literally shows his heat map playing as a left winger. This is why we get so many mistakes, because guys like this guy, and I will call him that, reacts the way he does thinking that he's better than us. You. So apparently if you complete the Burkup SBC, you will in fact get Cliver in return. What? EA put out a completely brand new pitch notes, even though when you click on a link, it shows up to a 404 page. In the loading screen, it shows Perisic as a weekly objective, even though in fact it was actually Milinkovic Savic. I mean, same league, so same players, right? Another loading screen error when it actually showed a flashback Nani and also Van Basten, which wasn't even like put in the game in the first place. Like they showed the players a day early. Johan Cruyff SBC in FIFA 19, showing the FIFA 17 image. Brilliant. In a Colombian weekly objective for a foot sub item, they actually put 2 different ways to spell Colombian. Incredible scenes. For one weekend league, for no reason, you was able to put stat cards on, and there was no reason why it was like that in the first place. On EA's Instagram for the road to the final card for Van Dijk, they put in the team of the year stats, even though it's the road to the final card. This one could be quite long and in depth, but I can't be arsed. So basically, EA dropped every single card in SBCs, but still missing some prime moment SBC cards like Makelele and Lampard. Including this, they also had the prime moments backgrounds for some SBCs like Hullet, even though it was not a prime moment and just a prime. For zero reason, Van Basten was in fact called Osop, and no one knows why. It just was a thing. There was a Europa League Guedes card, however, when you went on it on Portuguese, it said a completely different Portuguese player instead. EA tweeting out it was a team of the group stage Ericsson, when in fact it was clearly deleted and in fact was rectified instantly. For marquee matchups, if you put it in Dutch, every single team has the same name, other than Earthquakes, when that was actually fully in Dutch for no reason. EA put out a tweet for the Player of the Year Van Dijk, atting the wrong PFA Twitter so they had to change and put in the new one afterwards. For the Player of the Month in April, EA tweeted out the fact that it was actually for March, which is again brilliant. The Polish EA account for some reason leaked out some icon moments cards which did not exist in the game, like Campbell, like Makelele, and like Lampard, which was definitely not in the game and was not anywhere to be seen other than this one photo for no reason. In the Spanish version of the game, it said that you receive a base icon pack, when in fact you should have received the middle one. At one stage, if you completed every weekly objective, then you would receive a 100k pack, but for some people, if you still completed every objective, you would still not receive your 100k pack, and people had to wait like a week to even receive it. For the Bundesliga team of the season voting, Warner was in the video, even though it wasn't even in the nominations to begin with. If you voted for the BPL Player of the Season, it would say in quotation marks, what a player, what a month for the team of the season. This is brilliant, guys. If you completed Team of the Season moments Odegaard, you would still see his silver card behind his Team of the Season card for no reason. EA dropped Team of the Season Sissoko in packs, even though he was supposed to be in an SBC. In the BPL Team of the Season tweet, Van Dijk's defending stats was incorrect. After literally begging for repeatable League SBCs for Team of the Season, they finally released one, but in fact made the requirements insanely hard to do for any real casual player. Therefore, my reaction to it on Twitter seemed reasonable at the time. Under got a record breaker card, even though it got changed afterwards. EA tweeted that there's 10 Liga NOS Team of the Season cards, even though, well, if you can count, it's clearly 11. Vlachodimos had a minimum price range of 70k, which is an insane price considering it'll probably be worth like 15k anyway. Anadovic had a brand new inform, which was the same rating as his UCL card, even though he should have been a 90 rated in the first place. If you completed the Europa League kit, if you made the kit active and went on your web app, it would only show up as a random grey kit. Oh great, another time when the FIFA 17 logo makes another appearance in FIFA 19. In a weekly objective, when you get rewards for completing it, for some reason EA just thought nah and just didn't tell us what the reward is. In the Champions League marquee matchups, it says that it's between Juventus and Ajax, even though it says in the text that it's between Real Madrid and Ajax. Now this one is brilliant. For a guaranteed Super League SBC, if you completed it, you in fact got a random gold card. Yes. Why is it showing FIFA 17 photos in FIFA 19? My god, EA! Right, so foot swaps, which was known for being untradeable the entire year, because that's how you access them, was on the transfer market because no one knows why really. And in EA's announcement about the reason why the Murillo was actually in the market, there was many errors such as thanks and the wrong form of it, and also they got the data wrong of why it was out in first place. It looks like a 10-year-old did it, for God's sake. Yilmaz shows up for Trabzonspor in red picks, even though he plays for Besiktas. Yangle in the Turkish league actually plays for Galatasaray, but showed up as a different club. And Dembele showed up as a right winger in red picks, even though he actually is a left winger in game, but EA didn't explain why this even was a thing. In a guaranteed Eredivisie Team of Season pack, they put down 2 different ways to spell Eredivisie. For weekly objective of Buran Notte, it says that he plays in the Argentine league, even though he plays in the Chilean league. Another time when you don't receive the actual final pack for completing all weekly objectives. In a question to a pro for which is his favourite FIFA 19 card, they showed a photo of a FIFA 18 Ronaldo. EA dropped the same Kovacic SBC twice at the same time. And that's it. That's 100 things, maybe even more than that, to be fair. Maybe 110. You know what, I've lost count. 100 things at least that EA has messed up so far in FIFA 19. And there's still 2 more months to go. And I am sure that I've also missed out things. But this one was mainly just errors by their own Twitter, by ratings in the game, by just SBCs, mostly SBCs. These are consistent ways in that they've messed up. But guys, keep in mind of the original tweet by Corey that they've got 10,000 people working for them and they've got eyes going through every single thing that they put in the game, every single SBC, every single tweet. Do you believe them now? I guarantee you f***ing don't. So if you do enjoy, smash a like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all next time for some more EA loving content. Peace out, boys.